Craig is still so aggressive.
I mean, yeah. I mean, would you rather he hid from you?
Frederick Fast Barrington.
I mean, Agent Bob does, so
I mean, yeah.
he might be a little mad that we actually know his name. So.
I mean, if we keep guessing names, one day we'll be right. You know, Charles, Chris,
Agent Keith.
Christopher.
George.
Agent Keith, why don't you hop on the line and just, jump into the game? We'll make your appearance.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, man.
like
6:35.
My boat map?
I can't see it. I'm still driving.
Don't crash. It would be extremely awkward to have your death recorded on my computer. So.
Well, I mean, then I would have dash cam footage and,
Think about the royalties.
Yeah, D&D footage. Well,
I mean, yeah, you would have proof for the insurance company, I guess. Although, I don't know if they're going to be, the fact that you were playing D&D when you crashed. That might be like if you were on your cell phone.
I'm just talking in my earpiece.
True.
And I got one earpiece in, just like the company asked me to do. I can't have both ears covered.
Oh.
Of course, there's a stalled vehicle ahead.
Fucking kill that guy.
Did your GPS just tell you that?
Yep. Yeah. I got her turned off, but she does give me the alerts that are needed, like, speed trap ahead and object in the road, and obviously if there's a stalled vehicle. What is on the top of your car? Is that 2 chairs? Or is your rack fucked up?
I sent the charts I sent you earlier. I'll explain how the boat trip's gonna work.
Come on, boat.
Exactly.
I do want to leave a letter in my sister's mailbox stating that our sisters are alive.
Oh, the other 2?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you could have done that last night when you were snooping on her. Just smash her mirror and then immediately get like a napkin and write down.
I mean, if there's a shadow, I'm hidden regardless. So,
yeah.
But just a piece of paper outside to, like flip it in the door.
Mm-hmm. Do you indicate that it's from you?
Or I can just I can pay somebody to deliver it to her.
Mm-hmm.
For some passerby.
Yeah, some urchin child.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you say "Dear from Carolina" on it though?
Well, I'm dressed as the person she encountered before, but I will say it's from Carolina.
Okay. Cool. And I realized I meant to, when you guys have been subtly changing things, I meant to, as we go, have your, memories change so you know what you fixed, but I realized I haven't done that yet because there were a couple of things that weren't going to take effect for a few days, and then I forgot to tell you about them. So I'm going to figure, when we get to finally where time is normal, I'll just have you guys go on a massive memory shift vision or something, and so I can do it all at once instead of doing it retroactively. So you will know what you have changed in the end, and while you have changed things, you haven't changed anything for the worse yet. You may be happy to know. Y'all, well, yeah.
Almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, so.
Mm-hmm. And there have been a few things you've done that may not be good in the long run, but they won't have changed time, so you won't figure out those things until even later than that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Mama.
Don't you dare mess that up.
Honestly, saying that feels like I'm saying a prayer.
A fucking spell.
Mama si, Mama se, Mama susa.
Stop it. Stop
say it
fucking up that
monotone with your
line.
head bowed.
Mama si, Mama se, Mama
Stop
susa.
it. You won't stop fucking up Michael Jackson.
Wave your hand around when you're standing in front of a table with some candles. Yeah, it's very good.
Like, we will 1,000%. Say it one more time. We will 1,000% fight.
No, I'm actually, I'm gonna be so honest with you. I'm not even intentionally messing it up. I genuinely don't know what he's saying.
I know.
It is apparently Mama Say, Mama Sa, Mama Kusa.
Yeah.
Mama Say, Mama Sa, Mama Kusa.
Mama say,
Mama Kusa.
Mama Say, Mama Sa, Mama Kusa.
It's allegedly Swahili, right? It's allegedly Swahili.
It has been used a few times in popular music over the years by Michael Jackson and Wanna Be Startin' Something, Rihanna in Don't Stop the Music, and most recently by Kanye West, although slightly differently in Lost in the World. Many would assume, based on the widespread fame of Michael Jackson, and specifically his 1982 album Thriller, which is where the song Wanna Be Startin' Something appeared, that Rihanna borrowed the line from Michael Jackson. This may be true. However, Michael Jackson borrowed Mama Say, Mama Sa, Mama Kusa from the Cameroonian Afro-funk artist Manu Dibango's song Soul Makossa, released in 1972.
Okay.
Did
Soul
he get any
Makossa
royalties?
is fairly popular, but not nearly as well known as the Michael Jackson tune. Michael Jackson was influenced by the song and even once credited the artist for the inspiration. Altered the original lyrics, which repeated Mama Ko, Mama Sa, Mako Sa, to instead say Mama. Yeah, because it better fit with the rhythm that he was working with. Dibango ended up suing both Michael Jackson and Rihanna in 2009 for the use of the phrase.
Mm-hmm.
He'd been sued in the 80s, but it was settled out of court. The single received permission from Michael Jackson's people, but never bothered to contact Dibango. As for the meaning, there's nothing that suggests any real meaning. However, in the Cameroonian language of Douala, Makossa roughly translates to dance, which is exactly what all three songs want you to do. Perhaps Jackson's embellishment to the longer phrase was just for artistic purposes. So, it is apparently Cameroonian... No. Yeah, it is apparently Douala, but not really. It's a nonsense phrase.
Nice. I like to think that Bastion had that all just in his memory banks from his like Wi-Fi router that's been going.
Yeah, downloaded the internet.
Yeah.
That doesn't exist yet. Yep.
It didn't exist in your time.
Yeah, you don't know what's been lost. Yeah, Gon's just on Google learning woodworking.
Why do you think I downloaded it?
But it is morning on the docks in Golgari, day 401. You left time day 29 of 1379, so there are 28 days until time is normal. I'm pretty sure that math is correct. Last game, you left after getting the pan flute from Diwali Flint, and you went back to the Golgari docks. The children told you that they don't think they should come with you because they'll be a liability, however much it pains them to say it. And because Kimmer's parents aren't back yet, and the children are very good friends with the first child they've interacted with, so they want to hang out with him until his parents get back, or until you guys get back, because who knows how long Kimmer's parents will be gone. But you are at the docks. I believe you guys went to sleep after checking in on Chalice and various other small activities. What do you guys do in the morning?
Same thing I do every morning.
Take over the world.
You guys dunked that ball. I just alley-ooped. Thank you.
Yeah. I go to the docks like a good boy, trying to help my family.
Why do you need to go to the doctor?
The docks. Damn it. The docks. Wags are like Monkey D. Luffy.
I put on my pirate vest.
Perfect. I mean, your cloak of ripping was originally a pirate jacket, so.
Yep.
What?
I put on that old pirate vest. I don't have a hat though. Damn it.
You could acquire a hat.
I think I will acquire a hat.
Okay.
That's to be acquired for goods and services.
Yeah. What kind of hat do you want?
A captain's hat.
Okay. Yeah, there's probably somebody on the docks selling hats just because they know that's a thing. You could get a very stylish cap to match the rest of your mostly red outfit, I believe. It'd be like 2 silver.
All right. Got my Michael Jackson Beat It jacket on.
Huh?
And,
I heard this guy's bad.
well, that's the black jacket.
You're all going to jail.
Anybody else want some last minute things?
A friend.
Oh, I am going to set this. Last night, if I can kind of say that last night, I set this area as our sanctuary.
Oh, the docks?
No, the place we stayed.
Oh, okay, yeah. I thought you guys slept on the boat, but yeah, you could have been at some...
and on the boat, sure, yeah. Then the docks. Wherever we slept, that area. But land.
Uh-huh. That's smart. That's very smart.
I got the spell just because I know we might fuck up.
Nice. Anybody else? Bastion, you have any last minute plans?
No. Yeah, I mean, pretty much everything that I needed is either coming with us on the boat or not coming with us on the boat.
And the kids would have spent as much time with you as possible last night.
Yeah.
Before they left. And just when they're about to start gathering up their stuff and saying goodbye and heading out to August's lab, and hopefully August and Garfield and Bob, the wizard that made the other Warforged named Spike, who's still living with them, they're probably going to be very happy to be babysitters. August maybe not, but the other two will definitely watch out for the kids. I mean, August would watch out for the kids, but he might not be happy about it just because there's so many people in his demiplane right now. But as soon as they're about to pack up, a young, preppy, dwarven woman in a skirt and blazer with a clipboard. She's maybe like 17 in human years, so like 35 in dwarf years. She looks like every sorority recruiter and comes right up to the kids and says, "Hi, my name's Ariel Crute. I'm a representative from the Young Adventurers Guild." Pale, you'd remember that the Young Adventurers Guild is something that Eli Locke, the detective, helped set up. And she would explain to the children of, like, the Young Adventurers Guild is a group that seeks to help young people who've been drawn to certain paths in life. For whatever reason, people who've begun heroes' journeys before they're really old enough to do that in a healthy way. We provide counseling, both legal and about your tragic past, and provide resources to young people who feel they maybe have been exploited by other adventurers, mercenaries, municipalities, or really any other type of adult. And we have tons of vetted volunteers to act as teachers and trainers if you need. We are also very capable of helping Destiny-touched children and other youths hide from their fate for at least a little while, to help them be ready to fight whatever evil they're destined to face than they were before. We are partnered with dozens of adoption agencies to get even independent, free-spirited, and capable kids into homes if they've lost them or run away. There are even some cases where we can find much more experienced adventurers to help or even take over your quest for you. Because sometimes you're forced to be a protagonist, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't be protected. Would you guys be interested in joining? And they're like, what? And would look to you guys for input on that.
Did I help you write a legal disclaimer without remembering I helped you write it? That was amazing.
Thank you.
I'm just going to be like, you guys are still with Eli, right? You guys are still, yeah?
Oh, Eli Locke is, that's fun that you've heard of him. He's definitely one of our alumni and is actually known to help with certain legal cases, yes.
As long as he's involved, you kids will be in good hands. I trust the guy.
And it doesn't cost anything to sign up or use any of our services. All that we ask is that you try to remember us if you make it big someday. And she would give them some pamphlets and, like, certain addresses. Go, we have offices in Nigamesh, Stone Garden, Rivermouth, Golgri, and of course our principal office in Phandalin. If you ever need legal advice, feel that you're being abused or taken advantage of, or if you've ever bitten off a little more than you can chew and just need some help, we're always here, and you can write to us from any post office or courier.
I'm gonna get off the ship and just go hand her a platinum for each kid and just be like, this is probably overdue. Thanks.
Oh, thank you. It's, do you want a receipt for a tax write-off?
No, you also probably shouldn't tell anyone that you saw me.
Oh no, confidentiality is definitely one of our core tenets.
Well, did you say her name or not? Is she just NPC number 473?
Her name is Ariel Crute.
Right, yeah. I was going to lean and say, Ariel, no, listen, seriously. Like, seriously. Don't even tell Eli you saw me. He and I are kind of on the breaks. Like, he and I are buddies. These kids came from Bastion, okay? You did not see anyone that looks like me. If he even asks, you did not see me. We're good? We're good.
We're only concerned with the welfare of the children. Don't you worry.
I'm going to get back on the boat.
Okay. Thank you. And she puts it in like a official-looking coin purse.
Yep. Right in her shoe.
Yeah. Would any of the rest of you have questions or inquiries for Miss Ariel Crute? And the kids aren't going with her. She's just giving them, resources or whatever.
Notice that they don't have to be exploited, despite them super not being exploited.
I mean, yet.
Daring to suggest I'd exploit my children, I'll kill her.
I would.
The moment you said she looked like a sorority chick, red flag.
I mean...
Do not trust those vape... I do not trust those vapid winches.
Bastion says, if she breathes, she a thought.
Oh my god.
That's why none of my children will ever breathe.
Oh my god.
Tell Nokia to trust his gut.
Nokia thinks about it for a second, but then does the fist to their stomach thing, like the double tap of the gut. Close enough. Yeah. I've got pipes in there.
God.
Nokia? No, you're not one of them. I don't actually say that.
Yeah.
But it'd be funny.
One of us. One of us.
One of us.
And we're certainly not thoughts.
Well,
one of us.
Yeah.
One of us.
Leo's gone. Well, Carolina, you could argue for it, but
Carolina absolutely is, but we don't judge her for it.
I thought was
I resemble that remark.
Yeah, we do judge her for it.
I resemble that remark. Thank you.
Yep. My pleasure.
I understand why you said what you did, but that doesn't mean I have to appreciate it.
LOL. Raffle now.
Now, where's your sister?
My Rafflecopter.
Goes.
Say it. Say the line.
Yes, please.
Go on. You're hip with the kids, aren't you?
All I know is my Rafflecopter goes. That's all I know.
You don't know that the next part is it go. Never mind, I'm not doing this. This is a bad bit. Carry on with the video game.
I know an old bit from 2004.
Oh. Hey, you want to know something fucked up?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I was 4 years old.
I'm lighting myself on fire. I'm ancient.
I was 7.
Can we not talk about ancients here? If we were all D&D characters, I'd be an ancient dragon. Let's not go there.
And thinking about it, it's actually quite funny because my character is canonically the oldest thing.
And Caroline is the youngest, I believe.
That's so funny.
Out of our group, yeah.
Nice.
God. So yeah, let's go on an adventure.
Yeah. The kids take Ariel Crute's pamphlets, and they would all hug you guys goodbye. If they could, tear up, they would. They rub some oil out of their optical sensors, and
would it be possible to create eyeglasses of crying?
Eyeglasses of crying. Yeah, you could.
Excellent. That's all I've ever wanted.
Yeah, to be able to express your emotions.
Yeah.
Don't rest
I
up.
think I should be crying right now.
Yeah, we'll meet up with you when you get back.
If we get back, I whisper to myself.
I give the Attack on Titan salute.
Nice. They'll
Nice.
return it.
Been teaching my kids fucking anime.
Weebs. As we pull away.
Yeah.
Before we pull away, I will. Now, Carolina, how badly do you need
Limbs.
dark vision?
Huh?
How badly do you need dark vision?
Not at all. I have dark vision.
Wait, what the fuck do I have you do? Advantage on perception. Okay, yeah. During the night, could I have made a sending stone with my magic?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And I just would have passed that. Just would have handed them the stone as we pull away.
Cool. It's Yagamil, keep it. Or be the one holding on to it.
Better.
Yeah, but they'd wave goodbye. Tell us all about it. Bye.
If we survive.
We promise we won't get in trouble.
I feel like
Don't
we're
make
on. You think we're on good enough terms with the guy who controls time for him to make sure we don't die?
Eldor?
Yeah. He likes us, right?
He hates me. Brutally hates me. I don't know about you guys. Hates me.
Interesting.
I mean, I'm the reason why he had to kill us 6 times, so.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know if
true.
it was you all 6 times.
Well, I mean, I'm the reason because it was my idea.
Hey, we're a team.
You know, fair enough. It's all Leo's fault.
When you move, I move.
There are some times where I don't want to move when you're moving. I'm going to be honest. But, I mean, he can at least tell us if the kids survive, and that'll be a yes, or else we kill them and we take over.
But, I mean, if you pull your sword out or you cast inflict wounds on somebody, I'm swinging at the next person.
I appreciate that. I'll do the same. I do the same. do. But,
You said you did.
we're adults here.
See, I thought the kids were leaving.
Hey. Listen, whippersnapper. But yeah, so I got nothing else.
Okay. Speaking of your mistakes, pal,
Oh,
you get another
there are
sending
many.
from a British voice. He says, how the courier got through our defenses, I'll never know. But what the fuck does a nail with burn marks and tree ant sap on it mean? Is, you've said you'd rescue me a few times, and I ended with Katrina fixing me again, so what do you and Katrina rescue me from? Because, I'm always too busy to care what happens to me, and I've been fighting non-stop for a few days and worrying about what's happening to Stephen right now, so I haven't been paying attention whenever you say it, but, thinking back, he sounds rather horrified talking about saving me, and I know this is a losing battle, and I may very well die here along with all the people I brought with me, but if you have recon, I'd love to hear it.
Oh, a lot of pretty rough torture. They are going to nail through your hands and feet. They are going to torture you. They're going to torture Gilbert. Thankfully, we've seen to actually lessening the torture that, occurs. It's going to be less bad this time than last time. It's going to be bad, but I want you to understand that nail. I dig it out, and I'm going to, one day, take that nail back, so I'm going to have, I guess it's out of time, so I'll have 5 instead of... Either way, I'm going to drill it through Gilmore Lucern's skull. But I want you to know, that nail is proof that I do save you. I get you. That sap is from you before we bury you again. We do get there. It's going to be bad, though. It's going to be really bad for a bit.
Well... All right, well, first of all, yikes.
Yeah. Goes without saying, honestly.
All right, I've got to call some people. Okay.
Oh, one last thing that might kind of break stuff. How do you feel about... If you could come back as any race, what race would you prefer? Because, next time.
It's not a consoling thought, man, but okay.
Don't worry about it. We'll talk later.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be fun. And, on a lighter note, Captain Baja would have told you all of what the ship's abilities and stats and everything is, but he would have told you in like a sailor way of, oh, she's got the, I don't remember what his fucking accent was. I think he was a heck accent. But we got the strongest hull I could possibly put on this thing. But I will tell you in D&D terms, the real trouble on this journey is that the monsters and encounters on the sea will try and kill Captain Baja's crew and sink the ship or steal the ship or whatever. The ship has 700 HP total. The ship itself has the materials to repair 300 of this HP before it needs additional supplies. There are 28 crew, second mate, first mate, and a captain, so 31 souls plus you guys. If the captain dies, it goes to first mate, first to second, and if all three die, you'll be in charge of navigation and leading whatever crew is left. Leadership affects the weather table, which is the smaller one that I have posted in Discord and texted to you guys earlier. Captain Baja adds a +2 to this roll of a max of 20, first mate's +1, second mate is flat, and then you guys in charge is a -1. There are 4 shifts of 7 men each, 3 shifts working 8 hours a day, hauling rope, cleaning, and making basic maintenance and repairs. The other 7 men are cooks, more specialized mechanics and repairmen, the cabin boy, ship doctor, etc. And the men will automatically fill the gaps if we lose some. You need 7 people total to move the boat at all. And if there are literally only 7 people, which is you 6, Pale, Carolina, Bastion, Seamus, Folium, Jade, and 1 crewman, you'll have to raise the sails and drift a few miles when everyone but Bastion sleeps because the sea's too deep to drop anchor. So you could even be going, backwards in distance if everyone dies. And you need at least 1 crewman when you get to where Jade and Folium knows is Jones' approximate location, and this crew member must be an atheist. If you guys chat with the crew, you'll eventually be able to learn things about them. But in order to lure Jones into your semi-pseudo trap, you need at least 1 atheist. You can fill in for the crew when there are under 30 of them, but over 30 and you'll be in their way. The crew can repair 50 of the ship's HP until there's a day, until there's only 21 of them, and then a few must take off the day's sailing if you want the ship to get fixed, reducing the number of crew in the miles per day chart. So when everything's perfect, you can get 100 miles a day, plus the weather variable chart. I hope those charts make sense, because it's based on ship HP and crew alive is how fast you can go. And if you guys want to help repair the ship, Pale and Carolina, you can repair 10 plus a d4 of the ship's HP a day when you're not helping sail or spending the day doing something else. If you're proficient in a tool set, you can add your proficiency bonus, and Bastion can roll a tinkering check, which if that's not explicit in Artificer rules, I'm going to say it's int plus proficiency, and if not expertise, I'll let you roll an advantage and then add 10 to that, because being a mechanic is like your whole deal. And then we'll be rolling for when encounters happen. And do you have any questions on that so far?
Oh no, I sure hope some sirens don't come and try to seduce us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
That'd be terrible.
I hope no Leviathan comes and tries to swallow it.
Oh no, I'm so weak. Nope, I'm not saying that.
I hope no tentacles get all wrapped up in the ship.
I was gonna say I was part of the Leviathan. I was going to say we're so weak and swallowable. And then I realized what the words I was about to say were, and I went,
hey, I can add hashtag vor to the
Hey, let's not. Let's not say that we did.
I'm so slippery and penetratable.
Nope. I have no holes with which to be fucked.
There is one of our videos. I don't remember
what
which.
What are you gonna do? Put a hole in me? I'll kill you.
I don't remember which video it is, but there's one video where 12% of our traffic was from the hashtag vor. So
what the fuck?
Jot that down.
It's because anytime we fight a big monster, I do mention it because I'm a bad person.
Or half the time we talk about the maw, yeah.
For half the time.
For
you know what? No, I genuinely think it's because our main antagonist is called the Maw.
Yeah, and the entire world's gonna get eaten. So
the big swallow.
Look, honestly, this is a psyop. Bailey's just trying to get us. This is one long con for a Vor fanfiction. This is just a super long con.
Yeah, a 2, probably 4-year con. 2 years so far.
You're fucked up for that one. The world is shaped like cheeks. The Maw is doing what?
You didn't spell coming right.
Dale.
Just
anyway.
Anyway.
Captain Baja will warn that a druid he paid to tell him the weather says there is a tropical storm that is headed hard east, but it's just now gotten caught in the beam's area of influence. Let me show you guys the world map to explain some of that. So currently, you're right here, where my circle is, and then you're going to have to. So the storm is stuck right here, because from the beam is what ejects land and water to make the material plane. So it slowly gets bigger, but like a tectonic plate rates. So everything is going away from the beam. So like going towards it, you'll be going slower because you're going to have to zigzag in order to catch the wind. But going away from it, it's really fast because you're just going with the wind straight back. So in the circle around where the area of the beam's influence is like kind of a weird dead zone where normal weather patterns, like in everywhere outside that circle, meet with the beam petering out. So it's very slow going in that circle, and the storm is currently stuck in that. So you guys are going to be able to sail around it and not get caught in it. Because it's not quite hurricane levels, but like a mild tropical storm, and Captain Baja is like, nah, let's just go around it. So he'll tell you have the option to go far north, less north, or south of the storm. Because far north is the longest way, but it is also the safest. You would have to sail to Yorgweiser, which is like on this peninsula thing inside the beam circle. It's kind of a neat town. It's kind of like 1930s aesthetic, wherever the rest of the world is like 1870s aesthetic. Because magic doesn't work right in the zone of the beam either. It's like variable, so Yorgweiser mostly uses magic items for everything because magic is semi-unpredictable. And so their tech is better, basically, because they can't rely on magic as much. But where was I? Yeah, so on that route, it's a total of 1,300 miles, but you'll be typically unmolested for a great percentage of that. Plenty of Golgari, Yorgweiser, and the Arlen Navy keeps the waters safe. Arlen is the kingdom that's like a Raven Queen theocracy. And less north is the shortest, but by far the most dangerous. It is 800 miles, but you're likely to be fighting more than sailing. There are pirates and monsters aplenty, and while it's more rare, you're likely to run into the Dunan, which is the Vecna theocracy, or the Sonkarelian and Krieghazen navy, if not all three. Krieghazen is a country that is on here often, that Pale you definitely know about. It's a place overlapped by the Zone of Luz, the god of suffering, and Tempos, the god of war. So it's just the worst shithole you can imagine, and slavery is like half their economy. So, just
Let's
a bad
go.
place. Yeah. And if you go south, it is relatively short. It's 1,000 miles, but you're very likely to get stopped by the Sonkarelian or Krieghazen Navy. They can be bargained with, though, unlike pirates, and there will be less monsters than pirates, but the ones that do operate down there are brave and far more dangerous. So, safer but very long, shorter but a great quantity of medium danger, and then medium length, and there's more quality of danger instead of quantity. That is up to you. And I have more details about the different other people sailing.
And what about straight through the storm?
Well, if we go straight through the storm, we're very likely to just straight up sink the boat without being able to do anything about it.
Right, which way was the most dangerous with the most monsters?
Most dangerous is less north, we'll call it.
The anti-north.
Mm-hmm. Because he can tell you about all of the navies.
Not the Navy.
The pros and cons of running into each.
Captain, have you done all these routes before?
I have indeed.
Which would you prefer?
I mean, the longest one, honestly. It's,
You a man of God?
I respect Umberleas. I think all sailors do.
I'll lean and be like, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking, are you willing to die on this trip?
Oh, do not worry. That's, the entire crew. We are... How do I say this? I pay my men well, and they know what they're getting into.
Ah, so depressed. Well, I'll defer to my teammates. Teammates?
I mean, I'll be kind of honest. I don't necessarily want to have to do a bunch of ship combat, but also my curiosity definitely makes it difficult to say no to.
The last ship combat we had was dragons, so...
Yeah, what's the chance there's a dragon in the middle of the ocean, though? You know?
God damn it. How many dragon livers do I have to have in my bag? Rotting. I think I currently have like 6.
Yeah.
I mean, we could do the middle danger, or, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm down to be a centrist.
The very dangerous route?
No, the middle dangerous route. The less dangerous. The not no danger, but not super danger.
Okay. There's
the path of least danger.
There's one that's gonna almost be boring. Then there's one where it's the things you're gonna run into are not that dangerous, but there's gonna be a ton of them. So it'll be like kind of a war of attrition thing you'll be dealing with. And then the bottom one, it's you're not gonna run into much, but the stuff you do run into is gonna be serious.
What would the benefit be of taking that path?
It is a little faster, because the safe one's very long, the very dangerous one is the shortest, and then the quality over quantity of danger one is like a medium length.
I mean, I'll be honest, I take a war of attrition. I don't know about the other two, though. Like, I don't really use spell slots, and also I don't really need healing, just most of the time I don't take damage.
You bastard.
But you have to keep the crew alive, is the thing.
Oh, that is true, but protecting
transport mission.
Oh, fuck.
Actually, get in the dumpster.
What's the... Help me beyond!
I like to imagine that all those sailors are dressed like that.
Captain, why is all of your crew dressed in blonde wigs with orange vests and a red scarf?
It'd be good for the high seas.
I be loving Silent Hill.
Silent Hill? Silent Hill? You son of a bitch.
Part of the ship, part of the crew, part of the ship, part of the
ship.
God, that's such a good movie.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Oh.
Don't do that noise. Do not do that noise ever again.
Oh, the
Golly.
I'll mute you.
Uh-huh.
Leon!
I hate that.
Leon, help me! Help me, Leon!
Leon. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I like the mod where you can just shoot her. Makes everything easier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know if it actually exists, but it should.
Leon, please. You need to fuck my sister, no. Leon. Leon, the Redfield bloodline.
For those who don't know, that's a meme. Bastion is not just saying that.
What the fuck?
Anyway, before Bailey finds out what we're talking about.
I need to fuck my sister.
Leon.
Please. The Redfield bloodline, Leon.
No way. So yeah, let's get. What do you want to do? All right. So Darian, what's your vibe?
Darian is super not here right now.
Darian.
He's muted.
Damn it, Darian.
No, he had to go hang out with his family for a little bit, I think. He's parking a trailer actually.
Is that what they call it these days?
I mean,
Park in the old trailer.
Oh my god.
that guy fucks. What the
Oh my
hell?
god.
By the gods!
Here, we can do something that's without Darian here. It's as maybe this is
Hope
the
you
night
got room in
where-
your trunk.
Oh shit! What?
Hope you got room in your trunk. Because I'm putting my bike in it.
Oh my god.
Return of the King!
Huh?
He Bailey, we'll explain when you're older.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's okay.
Did you hear any of that, Darian? Or he's gone again? Never mind.
I've heard all of it. I'm listening. I just stopped while I was parking the trailer, but I still got stuff to do. So yeah, I can continue. I'm good for any route, the medium or the dangerous one. I'm good.
Let's just say where I'm from, they don't call horses horses.
It's terrifying.
What do they call them?
How would you like to know?
Let's just say they don't call them horses anymore.
Let's do the you guys want to just do the few but severe?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like... See, okay, by severe, do you mean, like, we have the chance of running into a Leviathan? Or, like, severe is in, like, you're gonna have to deal... Like, okay, severe is in, like, this could kill us? Or severe is in, like, it's gonna be a pain in the ass to keep the crew alive through it?
Severe as in... Here, I'll...
Fucking
Captain Baja.
dragon or dragons?
Captain Dragon D's nuts.
Oh my god!
Just kidding. But Captain Baja would tell you, pirates don't want your ship, or at the very least, pirates want your ship, or at the very least your goods, but they don't want to kill you. It's pirates that kill get tracked down and hunted. If you surrender, most will just drop you off somewhere relatively unharmed. They're thieves, not killers, and usually have a bastardized code of honor as long as you do in turn. They sail in 2s and 3s with crews of about 50. Krieghazen wants your ships, its goods, and the entire crew. As if you survive the lost battle, you might be offered to join in exchange for enslaving your fellow folks. But if you refuse to, you will spend the rest of your days getting whipped in a mine or factory or field somewhere. But if they think they can't take us without badly damaging both ships and killing a lot of each other, they'll give us a chance to pay to avoid the fight, usually sending a few crew and money or goods in a dinghy. And if you refuse, it is a fight no matter what. If you're a little more imposing, or for just the right price, they may take a bribe without any men exchanged at all, though able-bodied people are always their priority. And I will not be settling any of my men, so if we run into any of them, we will have to sink their boat or they'll have to sink ours. Or I'll pay them. Just money, though. It's always one ship and maybe about 60 men, though. And Sankarel half the time will sail by without even acknowledging you, but if they do, they'll want a toll for passing through their waters. And they will absolutely sink you without hesitation if you refuse or insult them, though. As if you don't pay, they'll sink you for practice or sport and usually yelling deranged shit about the Emperor the whole time. They always have at least 2 ships of 30 to 40, but usually 3 or more. They sail in packs, both to never lose and I figure to keep any wild captains from defecting. If they're out on patrol, it's to send a message, or they're doing the very little trade and politics that Sankarel does. Then, of course, the critters down there are only really the ones that Sankrel and Krieghazen can't take care of. So if we run into anything, it's going to be a... let's say it'll take some tactics, though not avoidable. Meanwhile, it'll be rare down in them waters, but we might also run into the Dunan Navy because they're the only ones that trade with Sankrel and Krieghazen, mostly because they have to, because Macadia and Arlen got them all... What's the word?
Pregnant.
Sanctioned. And if they're real sussy, they might demand to come aboard and inspect your freight, and won't take any of it unless it's supposed to go to Arlen, and will only try to fight if you run or lie to them. They're not bad people. They're just from the Necromancy Kingdom, and they've been at war.
Bad, though.
They've been at war for 13,000 years, and while Arlen is an official ally with most port towns in Macadia, and therefore we are pseudo allies with Arlen, they know that their war is between them, and usually leave most merchants alone. And half the time, their ships are crewed by zombies to start with. Might only have 2 or 3 living souls on the whole boat, but skeletons can still fire cannons. And as I've heard tell, a ship, like the mortals on the ship dying, and so they come into port with nothing but zombies on board. And
good for them.
Yeah, and they don't have to feed their crew and can use them for spare parts. They've usually got 60 to 100 quote men. Yeah, they'll only stop you to try to break up Arlen's supply line. They don't want to actually deal with you.
We can take them.
Yeah.
In a fight?
Bad.
And we'll be sailing a flag, or flying a flag that shows we're a private Macadian-made vessel. This ship's mother port is in Rivermouth, so won't be any problems from anybody out of Golgri and Yorgweiser, because their navy's pretty small. They're just trying to keep out the pirates.
Cool.
But yeah,
I mean,
if we run into Sankrel and Krieghazen, we'll either have to pay them a lot of money, or it's going to be us or them. And while this ship is outfitted for combat, it's
not
necessarily
that much combat.
Yeah.
Just let me know if we need to sink any ships.
Oh, you'll be quite aware. Quite aware. And even on the rare occasions that Sankrel takes prisoners, it's usually only battle survivors, they'll sell you and what is left of your boat off to the Krieghazen slavers anyway, in exchange for whatever imports they were after in the first place. And that is if you're a elf, human, metal, dragonborn, dwarf, or gnome. It's no mixes either, no half anything. It's if you're not one of their prime people, they'll just let you drown, even if they could sell you. And if they ever let anyone go free or let anyone join them, I have never heard about it.
So they're racist?
Oh, yes.
And
yes.
Slavers?
Well,
I can excuse one, but not the other.
You can excuse racism?
No.
Well, the Krieghazen folks aren't racist. If you can move a hammer in a salt mine, they don't care what you are. But Sankrel is in fact.
They have
racist.
assault mines?
Well, could excuse racism. He hates elves.
Hates
well,
elves.
That's different. Elves deserve it. What about... All right, hear me out. What if... what's the best way that we can all win here? I mean, the war of attrition, we have to worry about the crew and you. The big ones, we have to worry about everything all at once, but it's less.
Mm-hmm.
The boring one, it'll take us much longer, and I don't like my family's lives being at risk for longer. I prefer they just kind of be home, sleeping on the couch. Like my useless sister does.
And the longer one still has a couple of dangers. However, there's always going to be a friend on the horizon if we run into real trouble, so...
What's that mean? What friend? Talking about Umberly? She's no friend.
I mean, you pray to Umberly and she might show you some mercy, but there'll be allies, other merchant ships, passenger ships from Golgri and Yorgweiser, and not just Golgri. Golgri's got the most ships coming out. It's the biggest port, but
I want you to say so.
I did earlier.
I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, it's the longer trip is still got stuff, but it's friendly waters. We won't have to worry about at least as much pirates or slavers and Sankarelians, which the line's a little blurred if you've heard much about Sankarel. But
blurred? That's a straight line for both. That Venn diagram's a circle, my friend. A circle.
Yeah. It's you move up in Sankarel politics by virtue, which is being perfectly brainwashed, and skill, actually doing your job well, and productivity. It's for the lower classes, that's pounds of wheat, steel, and cloth, and for the higher, it's having the most kids. In addition to only the pure people, they've got a caste system based on your job, and there's only so far up you can go from your parents' profession. Having so many kids, politicians especially, I think started as a fringe Pelor thing, but I suspect it's so they know you're not going to try anything, because they will torture your whole family to death. Publicly.
At this point, I think everything counts as a French Pelor thing.
Yeah, I mean, I've only heard rumors, but I believe that kind of stuff in a heartbeat.
Oh, I've seen it.
Macadian Pelorians are supposed to be quality of life, and Sankarel Pelorians are more quantity and length of life, and fuck you if you actually considered enjoying it.
Sounds about right, yeah.
Yeah. Them's the unfortunate times.
Unfortunate, but exciting.
Yeah. Why do you think I stay on the ocean? Excitement.
Trauma?
No. I get bored.
Yeah.
My name is Captain Baja Blast. Blast is not actually a real name. I got that nickname from cannoneering.
I'm sure you're blasting something.
Hell yeah, brother.
I say let's do the big bad but rare.
Yeah. I mean,
seems like the smartest at this point.
What's the worst that happens?
We end up being sold into slavery.
Or drowning.
Look, I can sink to the bottom of the ocean. I take those.
Yeah. And then walk back.
I don't need to breathe.
That's still a terrifying thing just to casually say. I don't need oxygen. You need air.
Oh my god! I know how I'm gonna kill people. Bailey,
no.
Hang on, Bailey. Did we go over if fly speed equals swim speed?
Oh god.
I believe fly speed is specific when you acquire it. Because it depends on where you get it. Because the fly spell, I'm pretty sure, is like 30 feet around.
Okay. Excellent.
I know we've gone over the math of how fast that is.
Yeah.
Still like 20 miles an hour, I think.
The reason I ask is could I just continually just bring people down to the water and then fly them back up and they explode from depressurization?
Oh,
I thought you were going to say something a lot more fucked up of surface tension and just smash them into the water like it's concrete.
Like imagine you're fighting
because that also would hurt me.
Like if you're fighting something underwater, like you drag somebody down and then fly them back up and they get the fucking bends. Oh my god. Yeah, you could. You just like fly over, snatch somebody off the boat, plunge into the water. Terrifying. But yes.
Bastion casts fuck you.
Bastion casts enjoy the what is it? What are they called?
Lens?
No, enjoy how gas works.
Enjoy physics, nerd.
Yeah. I'm trying to find a cool way to say it, but it's just not coming to me.
Yeah. I cast drowning.
I cast fuck you.
I cast really fucked up spell that makes people feel bad.
I cast tummy ache.
I mean, listen.
Your Honor, my stomach hurt.
If you prestidigitation can not only clean messes, but make them. So what if you prestidigitation a bunch of rocks inside somebody's lungs?
Oh.
Your
Are we
Honor.
allowed to do that?
Well, it has to be something you can see, I'm pretty sure. But,
Hypothetically, could I, while doing the drowning, like, if I wanted to, could I just force someone to like peel someone's jaw open. Honestly, okay, here's the thing. I kind of want to do the slavery thing, if only
Just murder some
so
slavers.
just so we can kill slavers.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm down.
The crew's
Yeah.
on board with that too. Yeah, sounds good to
Okay,
them.
yeah, I'm game then. Let's go do that.
Okay. Cool.
Baba Booey.
Baba
Am I right,
boy.
ladies?
Come on, ladies.
Yeah.
Ladies and nuts.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. You need blood in this cup?
Yeah. When you're on your way out, assuming you had this conversation last night, but in the morning the kids leave, and you see people who are in priest-like regalia, except for, like, instead of beads or a holy symbol necklace, they're covered head to toe in seashells and make clear clacking noises, and sea glass and starfish on necklaces around their necks, and they carry tridents, and you can see them from a distance walking to every boat as everyone's making last minute preparations to sail out with the tide. It's going to be like a flock of boats leaving, especially with all the hubbub about the revolution, or rather they call it a rebellion, and
That's the safer word.
yeah, and people who had sailed in for just the festival. But these people eventually get to your boat and introduce themselves. It's, "Hello! We are priests of the Kraken! Fear the Kraken! Do you
Why?
have any plans to sail past its home? If ye do, ye need to pay the toll to appease it, lest your ship fall to its righteous depths. The Kraken owns this bay, after all."
Is the
That's
Kraken
good.
like a person? You guys talking like a metaphor?
No, like a literal Kraken.
Oh, that's fine.
Ashton's gonna think for a second. Isn't the Kraken the thing we're gonna be trying to kill?
One of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or
just
appease.
come on now.
If
Us?
ye know about the Kraken near the beam, that one is influenced by Davy Jones. It is often seen in tandem with sightings of the Flying Dutchman while the ship is delivering lost souls.
No, I know.
But the Kraken here in the Raken Sea was driven here after a dragon turtle in the southern hemisphere laid some eggs, and so is not only being super territorial right now, but the babies are eating everything. And the Kraken has left as a sign of respect to leave more food for its allies' growing youngs and protest these mortal sailors who think they own the ocean. The Kraken... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. No, you're good.
The Kraken demands a toll for passing through the bay. And this money will go to feeding the Kraken and building a shrine for it to be more powerful and become a greater spirit, which is kind of like a local god. And since the Kraken has only attacked 3 ships this past planting, ones that did not pay the toll, as opposed to the 20 it drowned last planting before we started taking tolls, it is in your best interest to pay. Because the Kraken may let you go, but it has yet to attack a ship that knows has honored it.
But like, so the Kraken, right?
Yep.
Local all-powerful being
Yes.
needs gold.
To grow its power, so we, its worshippers, can more properly praise it. It is a sign of respect.
But you're just like dudes.
They kind of look at each other. Their coral crowns on their heads. Yes.
Can I suss these guys out? Are they scamming? They got something to
sussy?
do. Yeah, they a little sus. They got something to do with
sussy
this
backers.
Kraken.
Make insight or religion checks.
And
I'm bad at both.
add a D4.
Actually, wait, no, I'm great at fucking religion checks. What am I talking about?
Add a
15.
D4 anyway.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, 16.
You can sense that they do have a bit of magic around them. The same that Folium and Jade have, being warlocks. It's you can be a warlock of a Kraken.
Did what in this code?
Kraken DC.
Oh my god!
I wish I could stop.
I know. It's
I wish I
same.
could stop.
It's whenever, like, I measure people at work, and whenever one of them's 69 inches tall, I go, nice, like, under my breath, and I can't stop doing it.
Rise 9 Kings Rise Up.
In our experiment, one of our rats is number 69, and every
Nice.
time I see it, I look over and go,
Every time you do what? You broke off at the best part.
oh, I said every time that I see it, I go, all right, 69 and nice. Let's go get your weight.
Nice.
60 nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, man.
Nice.
So when I used to deliver for Amazon, there was one address where their house number was 420. I'm like, do you people know? Do you recognize that your address is cool?
You know how
probably paid extra
expensive
for
your
it.
house could be?
It's kind of
Imagine
like
the property value being because your address is 420.
It could be worse. There was a house near where I grew up where their house number was 1488.
Did you know, for real, there is an address of 6969 Cool Street? That's a real address.
What is
I
1488?
think it's in New Jersey. I don't remember.
It's a Nazi thing.
Yikes.
Oh, that's right. The 14 words.
And H.H. Heil Hitler.
Yeah.
Quirky, you know?
What's the 1612? That's the one I was thinking of.
The War of 1612?
No, 1612. It's an ACAB thing.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
First off, that's
in
the
Alpha.
War of 1812.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't 1612 one of the initial Italian, things for sending people out to discover stuff? I swear that's, an important year. I might just be losing my mind, though. That's very possible.
Nah.
I hate when that happens.
I'll find it one day.
So are you going to pay the Kraken priest? They want a gold for every person aboard.
What is it? That's fucking
No, we
cheap
don't
as
need the
shit.
insurance.
I'm just going to kind of look at them and be like, absolutely not. We are not going to give in to your robbery, your thievery. This is bullshit, and I don't appreciate it. And I just tell, I was like, we're going to walk away. We're not dealing with this. And then I'm going to walk back and give them a gold for every person plus a couple extra.
Okay. It's 31 plus 6, so 37.
Yep.
Okay.
So I give them 40. I'm just like, here you go. Please don't tell anyone that I did this.
They thank you. It's
You will be sure to tell the Kraken that you were especially gracious.
And if you're lying, I'm telling Umberly, but I trust you guys. I might just be stupid, though.
Oh, Umberly knows. We have a bit of her favor as well. People must respect the sea. Thank you, my son.
and they
I mean-
bow and head off.
Fuck water, but fair enough.
Are they on the ship?
What?
Are they on the ship?
They walked up to the gangplank.
Gang. Clank.
And then they're leaving?
They're about to. After having some quiet words with Pale.
I'm stealing that money back.
You're welcome to try. It's
You
It's
will
dawn.
Is it broad daylight?
it's getting there.
I'm just regular daylight, not to be sexist about it.
How's that sexist?
Calling
Hey,
something
this
broad.
fucking broad daylight.
Okay.
Comedy.
And so you can try to follow them and pickpocket them, but
God, it's so hard being this
it's
funny.
not going to take very long.
Yeah, alright. We'll let it go. I'll let it go for now. Hey,
Okay.
why'd you give them money? We got our own insurance.
I didn't do that. I didn't do anything. There's no proof.
You act like I
What are
couldn't
you,
see
a cop?
you.
See me do what? Shut up.
Oh,
Fight me. How about that? Think about that. Don't actually. You might win.
here.
Oh.
I bet you shut the fuck up, huh? You ever think of that?
Oh, fight. Your mom.
I'll kill you, dumbass.
Huh.
Oh, don't talk about my mom. Me and her got some beef right now.
That's rough,
Never.
man.
That's rough, buddy.
Yeah, we just found out my dead sisters are not dead.
What?
We got some.
Oh, in the
we got
game.
some
In the
friends.
game. Oh, I thought we were talking about like real drama. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, just casually lore dumping on my actual trauma.
Yeah. I mean, listen, if you need to talk, we're always here, man. But damn,
By the gods.
by Talos,
Allah.
this can't be happening.
By the
Inshallah,
gods, that
Habibi.
ass can clap.
What?
Ian is on some bullshit tonight, and I'm a fan.
I just discovered on YouTube you can make
You discovered
shorts.
YouTube?
Shut up. You pick a minute of audio and you can like post it on
Oh yeah,
like
it's like
Twitter
Reels or
or
something.
somewhere with reels. So that's going in a reel.
What? By the gods, that ass can clap.
Yes. Yeah, a couple of
Good.
things you said, you guys have said tonight, are pretty
Look,
good.
I'm in a silly mood tonight. I had a shit day that's turned into a pretty alright day. And I also forgot I was going to play D&D today. Because I didn't know that's what we were doing.
Except
So-
yeah, concrete.
Concrete, baby. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, concrete.
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 I feel like y'all are like a part of a whole other culture that I don't understand.
It's called being so violently overworked with dumb bullshit, but for some reason we're overqualified for the dumb shit we do. But it's still you need those overqualifications. But
No,
we
but
do
just the-
menial stuff.
I meant the memes you guys are quoting. I don't understand.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
baby.
That's what I'm saying. It's this weird thing of when you're in these communities, somehow
Oh,
there's its own meme language for, hey, you know how you spent 5 to 10 years in higher education? Here's a meme.
I see.
Fuck yeah, baby. Concrete.
Concrete.
Okay. Well, the Kraken priests do some hocus pocus in front of your boat, which leaves no visible mark on it at all, so you don't know what that did. But they walk away and go to the next boat. And Captain Baja tells you that unless you guys have anything, he is ready to go.
All right, let's do this. Bada bing, bada boom. Forget about it.
Gabagool, baby.
Gabagool.
Hey,
What'd you say, Darren?
Machino.
Say, forget about it.
Okay. Does somebody want to roll me a d20?
No.
Sure.
I am now trying to get into the app.
Oh, wait, Bastion, I think already did it.
No, that was for
that was a
my
D4.
religion check.
I got a 12.
12. So the ship is in perfect health. You have a full crew. So there's 100, and then a 12. So that means you, and then Captain Baja. So you go 120 miles today. Yeah. And I'll make a note of it.
What is that, a nautical?
That's a great question.
69.
What about silly measurements?
In silly measurements?
Yeah.
69. I think 340.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll put a little dot on the screen.
Dots.
It'll be like in, what's that called? Indiana Jones, where you can see the little dots of our journey. You're right there.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations.
Fuck yeah,
And
baby.
I'll draw your cute little
Random
route over
information.
here too.
Oh, by the way, Darian, we picked the path with a bunch of slavers so we can kill them.
Yeah, I don't like slave. I was going to go for that one. Carolina's whole thing is freeing slaves.
Pale's whole thing is murder.
It is now.
This Ken's
That
job
kinda
is
goes along.
murder.
It kind of goes along with killing slavers.
Yep.
Yeah. And then Gon's whole thing is you do what you do that voodoo which you do so well. Pretty sure is the quote.
Voodoo, you voodoo, bitch. How'd your kids
I do.
your wife better get out of sight.
Okay. Does somebody else want to roll me a d20?
I'm not doing it. I did a good job.
Oh, a D20? Whoa. 16.
Ooh,
16. Alright. Let me go look up something. Would everyone like to make me a perception check as sunset kind of comes in the sky?
Are we actively looking for something, or can I use my passive?
It'd be a passive check, actually. Yeah, just kidding. What's everyone's passive perceptions?
Oh,
jeez.
Dang it. My passive perception's 12.
Oh, okay.
24 for me.
All right, Carolina, you must be... Or actually, hang on. On the boat, what do you guys do? Crew's working around you, you have nothing to do, you could chat up anybody, you could, do anything of that sort. You got any books to read? Oh, sorry.
I am walking around and just trying to talk about the whole reason why we're here and trying to just get anyone kind of hyped up for it. Like, we're going to save some souls from the gods, take that power back from the gods. What do you guys think?
Do you tell them you're specifically going to be... Oh, wait, no, never mind. Yeah.
I'm not mentioning my gods.
Yeah.
I want them to like me.
Uh-huh. They're like, we're just soldiers. Sailors. It's kind of a bit above our pay grade. But if there's going to be freight on the ocean, because wars take a lot of supplies, we'll be there. And hopefully fighting for the good guys. Because, stealing souls is kind of fucked up. Yeah.
It's pretty fucked up. Are there any that kind of seem to not care at all?
They're... make me a perception check. Or perception or insight.
1 second. Sorry, I'm trying to do laundry while I play. Multifaceted person over here.
Get a load of this guy doing adult shit.
Mm-hmm.
You said perception or...
Insight.
It's a 14.
Okay. You notice that there are like 5 or 6 various people on each shift that are like, yeah, sure, whatever. You don't know why they're like, yeah, sure, whatever, but a couple of them are like, yeah, sure, whatever.
I'll take it. I'm a fan of the whatever people.
We'll just start walking around asking who everybody worships.
I'm not doing that. I'm just talking about the wars to come. Oh. You're a bolder person than me.
Straight asking, hey, who you worship? Just need to know who I'm on the ship with, and if there's any more Vivianites.
Yeah, make me 3 persuasion checks.
Persuasion. Okay, +5. Natural 20 on the 3. A 9 and an 8 on the first 2.
Okay. You learn that there is 3 guys who are just straight up atheist. Almost everyone worships the, let me say, they call them the goodly gods. It's gods who are either some sort of lawful, chaotic, or neutral good. Then there's a few who are just neutral, like one guy worships Pan or something. And to tell you the truth, I did tell you that you need to know everyone's deals for who you want to survive the most to lure JB Jones in, but I have not made everyone yet, and I feel bad about that. So I'll give them names later, but let's just say that there are 4 or 5 atheists, and I will dictate who those are, and I should have made that last night, but I didn't have time. My apologies.
I know who 3 of them are.
Yes. It's one of the cooks is an atheist, and then the second mate, and then just one other guy who's a regular crewman.
One cook.
Cook, C-O-O-K.
Second mate. And one of the what?
The, a cook, second mate, and then a regular crewman. Let me write that down too, because I'm so behind on editing that that's probably not going to be in my note. But a lot of people give you non-committal answers. There's like 5 guys who are like Umberly, obviously, we're sailors. It's one of them is extremely into the fact that he worships Thunderly, and the other couple are like, yeah, we do because we don't want to get fucking murdered on the ocean. And, like, it's more worship out of fear than anything else. And the other one's like, God, I love the fucking sea, the salt in your air, the sun shining down on you. It's wonderful. Yeah.
I guess for this trip, I worship Emberly too.
And Jade and Folium kind of reluctantly shrug.
Not the biggest fan of the deep blue sea.
And Shamison and one other guy are just absolutely fucking jamming out to entertain the guys who are currently hauling rope right now. A couple of people are setting up hammocks below deck. You guys have rooms also. There's 6 of you, so there'd be like 2 people per room. You can decide who bunks with who.
I'll bunk with Jade to make sure that she's not doing anything.
Mm-hmm. And
I'm just gonna sit
are
and
happy
read.
to bunk together because they're old men.
Good.
I'm gonna bunk with Kale and Jade.
No. Bad.
I'm gonna sleep. Just on the deck of the ship.
You're gonna what?
I'm gonna sleep on the deck of the ship.
No, repeat. You're gonna fucking what?
I'm gonna fuck the ship.
Good. We know you're not sleeping.
Get my dick. I'm gonna fucking jangle it around.
Get my dick and twist it.
Twist that dick.
Put my dick in a bag of Doritos.
And then I fucked it. Fuck the bag of Doritos.
I take a chip and I eat it.
I take a chip and eat it.
But yeah, I'm just gonna go read.
Okay. What book are you
Take
reading?
the shit and threw it on the ground.
The Ash Barlow book again. Just gonna reread it.
Cool.
And the Father Michael prophecies again.
Cool.
I'm kind of reading it back and forth and be like, there's got to be a code somewhere.
Yeah.
Jason Bourne.
I could solve the fucking case.
Kale, I'm sorry, I'm sleeping in this room. I mean, the 2 women on the ship need to stick together.
Yeah.
There are like
You'll
3
sleep
other
underneath.
women. I say crewmen. There are like 3 women on this boat.
The seamen?
They're definitely a minority, but there are women on this boat. But
I don't know the mention.
you call them crew people to be, I don't know, inclusive.
Yeah,
PC.
the seamen.
I've just been saying crewmen.
I don't know the mention.
True.
But yeah, I'm just reading the different books, and at one point I totally space out, somehow solve everything, space back in. Wait.
These spaces will be closer to Jade.
While I'm reading, I just have MM out on my lap under the book.
Jade leans her arm around you and goes, "Hey, Carolina, if you're gonna sleep in the room with me and Pale, oh no, what are we gonna do? There's only 2 beds."
I won't sleep. I'll sleep during the day.
It winks at you.
I guess we gotta cuddle up.
No, you both have the beds. I'll sleep during the day. I'll just stand watch.
Man, standing and watching your sister's kind of weird.
I'm not
Fuck
watching
his sister. Fuck his sister, Darian.
Leon.
Leon, you need to fuck my sister. Carolina.
No.
Carolina, the Talon bloodline.
None of us are related.
It's the thought
None
that
of us are
counts.
blood related.
It's
Damn
the
it.
thought that counts.
And the count
do you
that
know?
thought.
Shit, she could actually be my sister.
Bailey, what a fucking twist. Jade's actually blood related to Carolina. That's a joke, please don't.
Jade would say, well, like, anything's possible, but we don't really look that much alike, so I don't know.
Jade, that's racist.
I mean, my parents did lie to me and tell me that my sisters were dead. I might have other sisters that I'm actually a twin to.
True, I could be like your half-sister or something, or like,
I banished myself.
James gone.
No,
real?
I just walk out.
Okay.
I banish myself by walking out of the room.
Hey, Carolina, roll a persuasion check.
Now
Nat 20? Or nat 1?
1.
Okay.
You are not charismatic.
Yeah, Jade just laughs it off and jumps on Pale's bed.
I heard that, Bastion. I am charismatic. Not really, but I have a +5 in persuasion. I think I'm pretty good.
I said, do you want to roll an insight check, Carolina? Jade just thinks that you've been joking the whole time, though you don't know if she'd actually be down if you actually were upfront about it. But that's up to you to decide what you want to do with that information.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
You need
Yeah.
to fuck her in ass,
Still trying to
for
keep-
bro.
She's not ready.
She wasn't ready!
By the gods, that ass can clap.
Damn.
By the Emperor.
Oh, the Emperor.
Like, truth be told, I don't know if Carolina could ever go back to it.
Rogel's ass can clap.
Yeah, Carolina's standards are so high after being with Cinnamon in time that normal humans just won't do it for her anymore.
What's the dick in addiction, huh?
Yeah.
I would.
Oh my god.
No. Can't keep getting away with it.
You keep fucking handing them to me. I won't turn down a good joke. She was
know
the
what?
one thing I have.
You have rats and rat corpses.
Yeah, and I can't even do anything with them because they've got like a super cancer toxin in them.
Allegedly.
Yikes.
No, not allegedly. The fucking big red warning signs on them tell me they do.
Allegedly. Is cancer even real? Who's to say?
Mm.
Bro, cancer's not even real. I don't even know what you're talking about.
You just gotta get the crystals, the right ones.
If you want to put yourself somewhere on the boat, the little red guys are the
I control myself?
fucking sailors, your minis on the map. Just if you're posted up somewhere, or if you're below deck. Captain Baja is this one up here. Yeah.
They're mimicking him.
I
Yeah, was
just want to
anyone
be.
else doing anything special?
Oh, I'm gonna just go on one of the lifeboats and read while I'm on a lifeboat.
Okay,
Kind of staying out of the way.
yeah. Bastion, anything special?
Honestly, not really. I think, just kind of enjoy the, experience of being on a boat, because I think this is Sebastian's first time ever on a boat.
Yeah. Almost guaranteed. No, we went on a boat when you were taking King Henry to Golgari, but that was on
Oh,
a
no,
boat.
you're right. Maybe second time
That was a
on boat.
river, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the ocean.
Yeah. Okay.
Deep blue
Well,
sea.
is that one of the timey-wimey things that we've changed?
It hasn't happened yet. Because
Maybe he doesn't remember it.
the prison break thing. Oh shit, that's right. This isn't Captain Baja. This is Captain Baja's brother. What did I fucking name him?
Blah, blah.
You
Blastmeister?
haven't met him yet. What?
The Blastmeister?
Maybe.
Rope slinger.
Or no. This is Captain Bell. Okay. Yeah. Whoops. The whole time. No, but this is Captain Baja's brother. This is Captain Bell. Whoops and a half.
Oh,
Forgot
well,
about
when he
that.
introduced himself as Baja, I was giving him the freaking, you're not Baja.
Bailey, I gotta be honest, that's an embarrassing fucky wucky.
Yeah. Oh, whoops.
Whoops. What's the ooh-woo in a whoops?
Ooh,
Don't remember
whoops.
what actual Captain Baja's boat name was, but Captain Bell's name is Mears Landing.
Yeah, sure.
Whoops.
I don't remember.
Because Mir's, the spaceship Mir, which was like the precursor. I told you guys this already. Was the like before the ISS? It was like the Soviet International Space Station, and when it was retired, they just like kind of crashed it in the ocean. And so Taco Bell, the company, put out like a floating target, and they're like, if part of the space station lands on this target, we're gonna get a taco to every single person in America. And they took out like $1 billion insurance plan just in case it actually happened. It didn't though.
Yeah. It's kind of like how Pepsi offered to buy someone a jet. In case of...
I know that we've had this conversation, but it really feels like deja vu right now.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly how the conversation went the last time we had it.
Yeah.
You went straight from Taco Bell straight to the jet.
Yep. It be like that sometimes, as the kids say. Right, Ian?
Your semi-good perception checks. Carolina, you see on the horizon some big fucking birds.
Oh, fuck rocks.
Like big birds or rocks?
Rocks are like the size of a bus. These are just like bigger than an albatross big. They'd be, let me see here. Yeah, medium creatures if they were
Like 5-foot wingspans?
Probably like 10, 15.
That's large. Yeah.
That's the wingspan, not the bird itself.
The wingspan, okay, so my wingspan is the size of my body. So what's a bird's wingspan?
I don't know,
The size of its wings.
I know. But the size of its wings, if you line it up against its body side by side, it'd be the same size as the body.
Okay, you're going to put it into... This bird would weigh like 120 pounds.
What's that in metric?
Yeah, so it's a 10-foot bird.
Mm-hmm. And probably the guy in the crow's nest goes, well, let me see if he can tell what it is. Hey, yo, Cap! These are some big-ass birds! Gets a spyglass. And Captain Baja's like, seagull harpies, positions! And it's just all hands on deck. But there,
All hands
there
on
is...
what?
It's,
Harpies.
harpies. But these are seagull-specific harpies. So if you've got any French fries, fucking get those on.
No, the joke I was making, you said all hands on deck.
Oh.
I said all hands on what?
Oh my god.
I'm a comedic genius, I swear.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my echo up in the crow's nest with the dude.
Okay. And by the way, you guys can climb up the rigging. It's hard to see because there's so much on this boat, but these little rectangle-like things, you could climb up and be 60 feet in the air if you like.
Ooh.
And the ships are different levels. This lighter color wood is a 10-foot difference from the darker, more red wood. And the circles are the masts, and the darker red squares on the mid-deck go into the hold. I had to look up ship terms, and I'm probably still going to fuck it up a bit. But what do you guys do? Do you instruct the crew anything? You guys are the combat specialists on this boat.
Well,
Probably going to have to
they
save fighting them until
something?
next time, but we could prep for battle.
Well, they are the specialists in these seagulls, so I'll ask the crew, the guy who I'm in the nest with. Yeah, so have you encountered these before?
Just once!
Are they violent?
Cannons are not that accurate. Yeah, you gotta shoot them. They're gonna try and snatch us off the boat and go eat us. And he pulls out a rifle.
Hey, keep your rifle by your side.
Keep your rifle by your side.
Such a good song.
Singing, oh Lord, this earth was made for us. Singing, oh Lord, this life is made enough. When I know I must. It really. It's
Best song ever. Unironically.
The issue is it is a really good song, but it's also it feels really
Unproblematic?
not good.
Oh.
Yeah. Sure, we'll go with that one.
Anyone who's not capable of defending themselves or has a essential job to be on deck, get below deck.
And everyone who's able to defend themselves, get a weapon. If you need a weapon, I've got a shit ton.
Yeah, they would tell you the cannons probably aren't accurate enough to shoot them unless they put like a scatter shot in, and they're probably not going to have time to do that. So it's just going to be the couple of guys who have muskets, and then when the harpies actually get to snatching distance, swords, etc.
I'm gonna give. I'm gonna say, like, if any of them need, I also have a dagger. I have an Ikawa and 2 guns. Who needs a weapon? Come get one.
2 of them would take you up on the offer to lend them your guns, but as far as melee weapons, they're all pretty equipped.
Good.
Okay, I will hand somebody my what's that good fucking? I forgot what it's called.
Good for fucking.
Yeah, good for fucking. I forgot what it's called. Damn, my rifle. What the fuck is it?
Mage Hunter?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one. Yeah, I hand somebody who needs it.
Okay. And what were the types of guns you had, Pil?
I have a Mage Hunter rifle and a pistol.
Okay. So we've passed out 2 Mage Hunters and a hand cannon.
Yep.
Okay. So
This
that will
gun
be
comes
when
back
we
to
start.
me.
Oh yeah, that's understood.
If the person using it survives.
No, if you get snatched, you better drop that damn gun on the boat.
On the boat. On the boat. And Seamus immediately, who's very snatchable, hides under the stairs, but is playing a battle song on his... Yeah. And there's probably one person on the crew who's a halfling, who's also very snatchable, and they're going below decks.
Snatchable.
But we'll pick up there
I could
next
start
time.
it off by tossing a javelin.
You could.
Honestly,
What if we
don't.
just...
God, I can't believe you're playing on my one weakness, range.
Can't believe you're playing on my one strength. Range.
You could throw a cannonball at them.
I mean,
I can do all
yeah,
sorts of things to them.
but like, what the fuck are you gonna do to those birds?
Smother them. To death.
Big birds.
Until they die.
Birds.
They're good dogs, Brett. I mean, okay. Hypothetically, how good would a bolt gun be? Or not a bolt. I know how effective a bolt gun would be. A belt gun is what I meant to say.
You can probably take it off.
Wait a minute. I could make a bolt gun.
No.
What's a bolt?
Oh,
from
40K?
Warhammer?
Yeah.
That's essentially what a wyvern gun is,
Oh my god.
which you
I
can
gotta get-
acquire when you.
I gotta get one of those.
Yeah, bolt gun is like the 50 cal. I mean, a fucking wyvern gun is like the 50 cals that they strap on top of Humvee roofs. Big. You need like a 16 strength to carry it. As I've only carried one in my life, and I had somebody help me, and it was still a fucking struggle. But then again, we were carrying it through the woods.
Yep, the 50 cal was my weapon of choice.
Nice.
So they made us turn them in when we were in Iraq. It was a sad day.
Yeah, they're too
Yeah.
cool. You guys were
Yeah.
having too much fun, and that's not allowed in the military.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They took our lasers too.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, we had these lasers that fucking, I called them the Death Star laser because when you shined it on something, it wasn't a point that it lit up. It lit up the whole scene. Like if there was a vehicle like 20 feet behind our vehicle, I would point the laser at it, and it would light up the whole vehicle.
So it was like the world's biggest flashlight.
Pretty much. But it was a blinding green light.
Just get a
Make sure they can
a
see.
magnifying glass and set shit on fire.
Did you say make sure they can see?
Yeah.
The point was so they get the fuck away from us. Like that was their warning shot.
It was a laser.
The next
Weaponize
thing
this shit. Make a las gun.
Cool deal. Well, good game, y'all.
Yeah.
Thanks for
good game.
coming. Thanks for coming.
Yeah. Alrighty. Goodbye.
Boy.
Hey, it's your GM, Bailey Ford. I would like to thank our regular players, Darian, Matt, and Ian, Hip for our cover art, and Tabletop Audio for our background music. You can find us on Twitter at @Illithids, and thank you especially for listening.